Yo, what's up, everybody? We are live, not just live on Orange Bloods Live, but we are live at Deep Eddy, where you can just come on out, have a good time. I'm looking at people having a good time. We're going to have a good time. Ohio State is now like less than 24 hours out. We can officially stop saying days. We're into hours and minutes. The moment of truth is here. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. We are like just cruising. I think, I don't know, 115, something like that, Chad?
Yeah, I saw 113 or something this morning. Look at this right here. You see this? Flip the line.
Is that right?
A crazy, wonderful wackadoo bet $550,000 on Texas, and it swung this line from Ohio State 1.5 to Texas 1.5.
That's interesting. So like on a neutral field, they would be looking at this and saying Texas is a 4.5-point favorite. I mean,
yes,
if home field in general is thought of to be a field goal.
Yep, I think so. That's probably a fair way to say it.
That's a pretty substantial favorite. And I honestly, if I'm being completely honest, that better reflects kind of what I think about in this game. As this game gets closer, I asked you this question yesterday in Buy or Sell. Had your opinion on the game changed at all? I've weirdly felt really calm about how I feel about this game. I feel like with 9 months of buildup, I guess 8, there's a sense of like, I think everybody knows these two teams really well. And I think that is the thing that maybe unsettles a lot of people, is that we won't have the same vibe and the same feel in 3 weeks from now. They can play a scrub team and we'll know less about that team and like where maybe the real dangers are. I think we know this Ohio State team inside and out. I think that we know that this game is really about Texas playing to a standard. And if we want to talk about what Texas didn't do enough last year, and we spent a lot of time talking about the quarterback position more than anything else. And so like, let's not ignore the elephant in the room with regards to what tomorrow night is or tomorrow afternoon is. Last year, Texas trying to win a national championship, and on the offensive side of the ball, consistently, they did not play to a national championship standard. And it's what kept close games close. It's what, I think in the biggest games of the season, it's the thing that held them back. It is Quinn Ewers getting benched in the first Georgia game and then not being able to take advantage of Georgia losing their starting quarterback for an entire half in the second game. And then you play Ohio State and there's just no reason to relitigate anything that was going on with Quinn. There's just the reality was they just didn't get enough. And so when you go into tomorrow's game, the question is this team prepared to start being a team that rises to the challenge in all 3 phases in this kind of a game? It's the last step for the Steve Sarkisian program to kind of cross. And it's a funny thing. I really do think we're going to get into this discussion. Either tomorrow they slay the dragon. It's kind of a new era. They're at that point, they're number 1 and have just gone into Columbus and beat the defending national champions. And I just think there's street cred that will come with that, that they won't have to sell people on. But if they lose, Anwar brought this up on Monday, and I haven't written about it, but I've thought about it a lot. Is this Ohio State, Georgia can't win the big one kind of a thing? That there's this, if they lost 3 of those games a year ago and they could potentially play 3 or 4 games against those teams again this year, it is a storyline to keep an eye on. And there really are only 2 teams in college football that I think you wonder, Texas toe-to-toe, are they ready to go through those teams? And last year they just weren't. There wasn't any of those games when they were over with. Did we stop and go, a bounce here and a bounce there?
Right.
Maybe a little bit with Ohio State, but even then at the end, the feeling was they were the better team that night, and not, the ref made a bad call or anything like that.
Yeah, that's why I liked the whole Arch Manning vibe of we're going to put the red dot on other teams. That makes sense to me in those games. You're 0 for 3. right? In the games that absolutely mattered against those two big dogs, you weren't good enough. So they have every right to think, okay, fine, we're number one in the country. And yeah, we've got a lot of talent, but there's a couple mountains we cannot climb right now. And this is the first one. You got to prove you can do it.
Do you think they're how aggressive do you think Texas is tomorrow?
Ooh.
First quarter, not over 4 quarters. I'm trying to figure out in my head. I think they want to be aggressive, but I also think they want to be pragmatic. Because you can't win the game in the first quarter, but you can lose it.
He keeps talking about defense, Catch. If he really, truly trusts this defense and they're that great, I hate to go old man, but I'd say don't go too crazy. Don't go too crazy at the beginning. Trust your defense. Don't put them in a bad spot early and have the threat of the defense going down 7-0, but they're turning to you like, hey, man, if you love us, don't put us in that spot. So to me, I wouldn't think about it as ultra aggression at the very beginning. I would think about trust my defense to go on the road.
What does that mean? Trust your defense to what degree?
That means if you're on the 30 to 35 yard line headed out and you got a 4th and short early, maybe you think about using your new badass punter and putting your defense out there and putting that young quarterback out there and saying, all right, kid, here's Colin Simmons.
See, look, I'm glad I asked that question because I thought when you were saying trust your defense and you were just laying that out, I thought what you were going to say was go for it on 4th and 2 and trust that your defense from 35 yards out.
No, that's why I asked the question. That's what I'm saying. Don't put them in that spot. Don't turn to Colin Simmons and Anthony Hill and say, well, I thought you could defend 28 yards. No,
I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
I honestly
go full blast the other way.
From the other perspective, because those are the two lines of thought that I think that you kick around in your head a little bit today. It is because I don't know that I have my finger on the pulse of what the right mix is.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it sounds horrible going in there first drive of the game and knowing 2 of the first 3 plays are run plays. I just feel like, okay, so what are we talking? 3rd and 6? You know what I mean? Like yeah,
you don't want that.
But I also don't know that. I just think both of these teams are going to come in. Nobody's saying it out loud before the game starts, but both of these teams are going to have real internal question marks about their offensive lines. And even to the extent that it's the day before the game and we're talking about Connor Stroh, who's never taken a snap in any game ever, that he's going to take Neto Umuzlo's job at left guard because it was that bad in practice. It was so bad in practice that the 4th year guy from the 2022 recruiting class can't go out can't play against Ohio State, can't go out on the first drive. What are we talking about with regards to? And I was a little stunned yesterday that no one asked Sark about that specifically. Like, hey, I know you've been talking up Connor Stroh. You've mentioned his name. Arch has mentioned his name. But, what does it mean that Neto is a 4th-year senior and kind of the presumed guy? How bad is that? What is the bar? I would love to know what the bar is. And maybe even if he doesn't say it, I would love for Sark to be like, guys, come here. Couldn't say this on the record, but the bar is don't get slaughtered. Don't be so bad that we can't function. I don't know.
Right.
The bar can't be go out there and win all your battles. That's I don't think that's realistic. Those guys can't be winning their battles in practice.
And there's a trust issue going on there. We'll talk more about that. The war room was unbelievable last night at Orange Bloods, and we're going to pull from that for today's theme because I love.
First time we've ever had lobster claws mentioned.
Lobster claws were mentioned in the war room. It was fantastic. Remember, if y'all want to jump in the chat, feel free. I don't know, but I might be getting trolled here with this $1.99 super chat. Is Elko prioritizing field goals? Is that one of my guys right here? And is that somebody here, D. Betty, messing with me? Because I was just talking to these guys about Elko and field goals. How dare you is what I could say. Thank you.
They know you too well.
They do. Thank you for the $1.99, though. Somebody else is just going Bruce Buffer with it's time. And yes, it is almost time for Texas and Ohio State. But to your point about offensive line.
Are there free drinks? What are we doing here? Is that what's happening? What happens?
What, like right now?
No, I'm just asking what happens. Like I literally showed up in time to sit down at the table and not get like an inspection of the place. So I'm now
you're going to
scan
scan
here.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what.
Just look, it's pretty.
As long as you're scanning, we'll take this opportunity to, talk about Deep Eddy a little bit. We are at the Deep Eddy Vodka Tasting Room. My dream came true to do a show out here in beautiful Dripping Springs. We can show you this. Here's some of the scenes from this place. A couple of outdoor seating areas I always tell you about.
It's a dope facility.
This that upper left picture, that's basically where we are in the tasting room. That is it, ready for you with all the great tables. The bar is up at the back and the right. Off to the left is Stacy and the incredible tasting area where you can go have your tastings. And yeah, they've got 9 different.
Did you case this
versions.
place like you were gonna rob it later?
Case is not the right word. I took pictures to promote. Catch. It's called.
It's
where
promotion. Everybody is.
I do know where everyone is.
Okay, I'm just saying
that's the deal.
If you had cased this place for a robbery later, I don't know that you would have done a better job.
Oh, I was here last weekend casing it. Yes, I was. I've been here now 3 times in a week. I'm excited to say. And here's a little drink info for you. Here's some of the drinks we had last weekend. There's the Paloma, the ranch water, the straw basil fizz, which is weird to say. Remember, if you bring your mason jars and or your martini glasses, you get a discounted refill. How about that?
This reminds me of Better Call Saul when they're robbing the department store and he's just taking steps out in the field.
Exactly. Just trying to make sure. I did that last weekend.
I know. That's what I have in my brain.
I took every sip. Yes. The Deep Eddy Vodka Tasting Room. That's where we are. It's fantastic. Come on out. Have yourself a drink and get some of the great Crimson Creek Smokehouse barbecue. They've got all kinds of good stuff for you. And that's why we threw the Deep Eddy logo up there today on the show.
I realize I'm wearing this shirt for the second time this week.
Is that right?
I thought I was going to have time to change clothes.
Man. Rolling what's that, the bench?
It's the 1974.
Oh, the Schmidt. Sorry, the Mike Schmidt.
This was I was too poor to have the rookie card.
Okay.
When I was a kid. So the second year card was about as holy grail as it got for me.
There you go. You got it. Yes, there are great drinks and barbecue and all kinds of stuff out here. So we're going to be hanging out till like 3 this afternoon or until the Longhorn football talk stops. We got a couple our guys here. Landon and Caden are already here. They're going to be at every home game. And they said they're going to come see us at road games at TCH as well. And they're coming out here today. I'm sure they've got questions for Jeff Ketchum coming up. They've already asked me about Mike Elko and field goals. So they're ready to go. All right. So, okay, wait. So let me do that. All right. I'll hang off. I'll hang off the mic. Sorry. Louder. I'm louder than Ketch.
Maybe you're just more excited than I am.
Story of our lives. Maybe I'm a little more.
It's been a while since I've done one of these in live. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And plus we got to go kind of podcast style.
I don't know these people over here are like here to hear me talk. So yeah, you don't care.
No. That is me.
Sensitive of that older lady over there.
Yeah.
Who just might not give a shit about anything that I have to say, and then might not want to hear me say shit real loud. And just so I am a little lower.
They've always said that you care a lot more than I do. They've always said that about us.
I don't even know who they are, but they are right.
They are absolutely right. There is no doubt about that. If you guys want to jump in with a super chat, feel free to do that. So let's get to the thumbnail and title and this note that you had in the war room, because I love it. It breaks it down to some basics. It's what I have actually been thinking of. Part of it is one of my thoughts of the game. So lay it out for everybody about what a source tells you is the key to success.
Oh, I was just fishing for a little information.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a war room night, so just
yeah.
That's what I was doing. I was just fishing for some commentary and stuff like that.
A little bait in the water.
And I think they know.
You go top water or you go floater?
Well, look, man, anytime you start getting lobster claws dropped in your text messages,
yeah,
I feel like they're doing it for the report. Like they know my metaphor game has to be good because Ketch will literally just put this in a freaking quote.
They sit around and go, "Oh, Ketch is gonna have to put this in there."
I think my guys are getting thesauruses out in 2025.
Hey, it's a modern age.
So I was just fishing a little bit, and I was just like, "Hey, man, how you feel about the game?"
Uh-oh.
And
your question's about to get answered, Ketch.
There are free. See, that's what I was asking.
Hey, ask and ye shall receive. Apparently, somebody just brought us free drinks.
Well, hey, when in Rome, right?
What are we doing there? A little ranch water? What is that? We got ranch water. It's the
what's water?
with the new pineapple Deep Eddy vodka as part of it, but it is ranch water, so very hydrating.
Sounds like Gatorade.
Absolutely. Treat it that way, you'll be fine.
So people end up in the clank. I'm gonna treat it like I'm gonna respect the hell out of it. Is what I'm gonna do. I was on a party bus last week in El Paso,
Dude, that looks serious.
and like did you see the party bus?
Yes, you sent a video to the group chat. Looks like those El Paso fans were in serious form.
So it's not the same thing as my car.
No, it's not. Shout out to El Paso.
He said, look, the source said, if Wingo has a big game, I think we'll win. If Colin Simmons has a big game, I think we'll win. If they both have big games, we will win. And
that's a great way to say it, right? that'll go a long way.
I just started thinking about, well, what's a great game, right? Like, what is it for? And for Wingo, that means it's a big game for Arch as an extension to some degree. It means you're getting in the end zone. You're what, a buck plus, something like that, or
I would use a word for it. I would say impact the game, where my favorite prof always said, don't make an impression, make an impact. So if they both make an impact on the game, a sack for Simmons is an impact on the game. Wingo catching a touchdown,
I thought about
would
it
be an
even more
impact
than
on
that,
the
though.
game.
I gotta be honest, I didn't seek clarification for the definition of that, but because this is what I asked. Well, what does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure that a sack.
They couldn't tell you quite what they meant by it.
Ask.
But, okay.
Just didn't ask.
Just didn't ask exactly what the definition was, right?
I should have. If I'd known you and I were going to have a conversation about the intent of the words, I would have asked about the intent of the words.
They would have given you that speech somebody gave years ago about pornography. They'll know it when they see it. That's what he would have said. He or she would have said.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, like, oh, no, hey, I'll know.
That's what I was trying to imagine in my head. What is it that I would see that would make me go, great game?
For me, this whole season, I've been thinking about the basics of the numbers 0 and 1. I'm into numbers. And these two guys we're talking about have taken on the number 1. It's New Jersey for them, but it's obviously a jersey of status. So 0 and 1 is who I'd be paying attention to if I'm the other team. Every time I line up against Texas, offense or defense. On offense, it's Moore and Wingo. On defense, it's Hill and now Colin Simmons. So the number 1s is essentially who we're talking about here. Go be big time in a big time road environment, wearing that New Jersey. They don't give what do you always talk about? They don't give number 1s to scrubs, right? Number 1s don't get handed out to, oh, you're the third string safety. You want to wear number 1? Nobody does that. Nobody actually does.
You got to do more of these shows, Chad, because apparently.
What's that?
I'm slightly
likable when you're in person. See, this is what radio was like. We were in the same room together, so the interruption factor both ways, way down. Having to do the YouTube thing, it's a little different. We're old men now, trying to not to get in each other's way.
Is it because I said I was trying to be considerate to the old lady over there?
I think that's what it was.
And my voice is
that's true.
not booming.
Yeah, I'm over here just going silly because oh my God, I'm a Deep Eddy vodka, and you're over there being very mild-mannered.
Jamie, you should see what happens when I get naked later.
See, that doesn't.
That's
help.
what I'm most likable.
That does not help. You just told her you're most likable when you're naked in public.
No,
that's not right.
I think that's a he.
Oh, it's a he?
I just assumed it was a he.
Okay. Oh man.
It sounds worse though if it's not. So fingers crossed that I just was making a pass at a man and not committed a crime on the air against a woman.
Fair enough. As far as ATX Bates comment here, don't care about Wingo's yards or sacks for Bates, I'd tell you to care about both.
I mean, why not?
Why wouldn't you care about those things?
I don't care about Superman's cape. Well, I mean, okay, you like it when he flies though, right? I mean,
if it helps him, right? If it helps him.
Here's the question I have about Ryan Wingo 24 hours before the game.
Okay.
How good do we think he is? So because here's my thing. I didn't think at any point last year that he looked like a 5-star prospect to me. Not to say that there weren't moments when he didn't flash. Not to say that there weren't moments where he made big plays. I think he's a good player.
Do you think he got the opportunities to really create that?
Man, I think when you're a 5-star,
It's just going to happen.
Look, Derek Johnson is about as misused as a 5-star that ever lived.
Okay.
But damn it, Bull Reese would put him on the field eventually.
Yeah.
And 11 would just do what 11 does.
Mm-hmm.
5 stars, the true 5 stars. Those dudes show. Caleb Downs is a perfect example. Man, there is no defensive backfield package that you can put him in that subverts him from being a monster. You could literally have him play with his back to the offense.
Mm-hmm.
And Caleb Downs would be a freak of a player who's always at all times one of the best 5 guys on the field. I wonder with Wingo, he's certainly in he can see now.
Yes. Well, and yeah, we've talked about that throughout the offseason. It cannot be said enough.
It helps.
It better. How could it not?
Look, man, I take these glasses off right now and I can't read my screen clearly, and it helps.
Yeah. The list of guys we've talked about over the years in all sports that have done it, I think it's an impactful thing. And now you get to watch him take that number 1 jersey and throw it on. And now I can see the ball when it comes out of the quarterback's hand, not just when it gets right to me. I mean, come on. That's a whole different level.
We know he's been kicking ass in camp.
Yes. I'll answer your question, by the way. I think it's a tier just below Smith and Williams. I think that's where he can land. I don't think he's to that level yet, but I think by the end of this year, he could be thought of just below those guys.
What is that? Who is that? Give me a historical example of what it means to be a tier below Williams and Jeremiah Smith.
I think maybe he's a guy that's looked at the way – I don't know why this guy popped in my head. Maybe because he did something against Ohio State. By the end of the year, he's looked at in a way that maybe Cosby or Shipley was looked at.
No way. Those 2 guys
for this team.
Those 2 guys are among the best receivers in the history of the school, and I haven't seen that yet for Ryan Wingo. Now, look, he gets talked about behind the scenes like he's that kind of a guy.
I think that's where he can get to.
But he got talked about like that behind the scenes last year as that kind of a guy, and I'm just telling you, I watched that guy play in 16 games, and just one time, I would have liked to have seen a play where I went, holy shit, that guy can do that.
Yeah.
And that is what 5 stars do.
It's also fair to say, though, that was a stacked room, and he was kind of.
Man, it wasn't that goddamn stacked. Isaiah Bond missed half the season.
Okay, but Matthew Golden comes on.
Matthew Golden came on. Continue.
Right.
Jonte Cook is quitting in the middle of the season.
Jonte Cook was not going to be part of my discussion. As much as I love Jonte Cook. You know I'm the president of the fan club. I'm not bringing up Jonte Cook.
DeAndre Moore was.
I'm just saying this is that clear opportunity for him. It feels from the practice reports like he is absolutely taking advantage of that opportunity.
I think he's going to have a big year.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to. I don't know that I have a definitive opinion, if I'm being completely honest.
Okay.
I'm only telling you this was my opinion 9 months ago.
Okay.
But even then it was like, well, I don't think he's that, but I don't know that means I have an opinion of what I think he is.
Gotcha.
I would not, because here's what I say about Jordan Shipley. Jordan Shipley showed up in 2004 as a true freshman on a team loaded with NFL players. And that guy, after one practice, had people saying, that guy's one of the best football players on the team. He's our best receiver right now, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that kept that guy from not being a monster as a true freshman in 2004 is the fact that he tore his ACL.
Because of who he's facing in game 1, I'm not saying that's going to be said about Wingo after this game. I think by the end of September, by the end of September, he's being talked about in some badass levels. Maybe it's not that level. Maybe it's not quite to that level.
I don't know that I disagree with you. I'm just letting you. Let me tell you what this is. This is what hesitation, to some degree, just looks like. Okay. You know what I mean? Like I think this guy's going to have a big year. Is he going to be a first-round draft pick?
Eventually, I think maybe. Eventually, I think
I'm just saying I haven't seen that yet.
Okay. Yeah. We'll certainly be looking for that.
And to be fair, how much did Matthew Golden look like
That's
a
true.
first-round draft pick until he looked like a first-round draft pick.
Yeah, that's
So-
true. We got a couple super chats that we will get to. Thanks to Deep Eddy Vodka for having us out. Of course, we will also remind you to check out some Hijack Poker. Catch might be playing some right now. He may be. You can scan that QR code, download it on any device you want. Got to be in the state of Texas to
Makes
play.
you more likable. when you
Heck
play
yeah,
Hijack Poker.
it does. Do it with your clothes on, please. Hijackpoker.com. At least when you're out in public playing Hijack Poker, it would be better to do
Say,
it
if
that
you're
way.
in your office or your house.
Yeah, then if you're in your house, you can do whatever you want. Now, if you come to see us at TCH Social Austin, please wear clothes. 11 a.m. tomorrow is the kickoff time. That biggest video wall in the ATX. We can't wait to get back out there. And yeah, they got a couple specials for you. $8 for 12 wings, $5 for all the beers. It is going to be a good time out there. And yes, we will get that post-game show to you. Also, 2 minutes to go. At the 2-minute warning, just start piling in to YouTube and we will get it going. We'll be honest with you. We try to do that as much as possible. There are going to be some games. There are going to be some games where this guy right here, he's going to say, Chad, this thing's a blowout. Let's go. Let's get into it. Let's go. And then there's going to be other games where he says, hey, I got to finish watching the game, and then we'll go. So y'all start piling in at the 2-minute warning, and then you're not going to miss anything. That's how it works on the post-game show.
You got me all figured out, huh?
Well, it's been a while, but
Okay.
yeah. I mean, just I'm going to give him every opportunity to, figure out what's going on. Let's get these super chats. Oh, look at that. We goaded ATX Bates into paying us money to explain his Wingo comment. $5. Well done to us. It's not about yards for Wingo or sacks for Simmons. Can Wingo get 1 to 2 touchdowns? And can Simmons cause 1 to 2 turnovers? Idea. Live shows need black and white trivia. Oh, well, that would be a hell of an idea.
We got to be honest. It would require some more black as well.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Because right now it's just white and white trivia, and I don't want to gentrify the show and just take all the questions and pretend they're ours.
That'd be a weird conversation. All right, Kenny Loggins questions for the next 30 minutes. Okay, so not about
people who have no idea. Well, that was a very inside joke. Thank you.
It was well done, Bates. Thank you very much. We'll tell AT you said so.
AT's doing the Leo thing right now.
Ooh, what's me? Okay, so this would be, I would say this is impactful. Obviously, if Wingo got 1 or 2 touchdowns, Simmons causes 1 or 2 turnovers, that checks the boxes, doesn't it? That's impactful.
Yes.
So yes, okay, Bates, that's what you meant by yards aren't critical. I get what you're saying. Make those big plays. Okay, here's another super chat. This one is from Jay. What's up, Jay? $5. Sounds crazy, but I'm still trying to decide if he's a real wide receiver or if he's just an athlete at wide receiver. It's hard to explain that distinction in my head.
Oh, man, you want to know if he's Alexander Wright or not? I don't think he's that. I think he's a football player, but I don't think he's an athlete playing football. I think he's a football player who's a great athlete, but I also think he's a guy that is still figuring it out at wide receiver.
Is it okay if I gush on him and his quarterback real quick? Because I think 16-1 are going to be awesome this year. And there was a moment last year, a deep crossing route that arched through to Wingo in one of the starts. Can't remember which one it was, Mississippi State or whatever that other one was. And I just remember having this feeling of like, oh, Lord, if that continues, if that development continues, I know he can throw a deep ball, but if he can start making that throw over and over again, and when Wingo caught it, everything about it looked right. The route was right. He ran, the run after the catch, the crowd pops, and I just thought, man, that combo is going to be badass moving forward.
I thought, I thought the best thing that happened to Texas in August, besides the lack of injuries, is the fact that Wingo and Arch clearly have a thing that in every single practice and every single scrimmage, there was always a mention of those two having some success together.
Yep.
We know that it occurs against guys with a pulse,
right?
Because even the Texas guys on the second team on defense are good. So, and probably better than a lot of the guys that Texas would ever play in games.
Not a lot of talk in practice about drop balls.
No.
Was there talk about the defense being badass and maybe they had some struggles? Okay, but not a lot of turnover discussion with Arch, and certainly not a lot of.
The most worrying thing is Texas's inability. I did not hear the entire camp of a single running back who had like a 75-yard run.
Right. That's a little concerning.
Like, I don't know that that didn't exist in the offense a year ago outside of Jaden Blue, and we didn't see it consistently because Jaden Blued himself all season long.
Okay.
I'm fascinated to watch his Cowboys career because I wonder if Jaden Blue as a verb can have multiple meanings, but there's part of me that thinks no. But man, this offense misses that. Even if it was inconsistent, it was there. It was present. It was a threat. This offense is very cap gun at the running back position. It is death by 1,000 paper cuts in that, it is probably a lot of 11 play drives that require a lot of precision and not making mistakes and converting third downs. And you're just making it a little bit more difficult as opposed to, and I don't mean to reference arguably the greatest college football team of all time,
but you will.
But I'm picking Texas to win the national championship. The last Texas team that won a national championship, I can remember going to games that season with Sean Adams, and we would place wagers on how many plays it would take for Texas to get in the end zone on every offensive drive.
Right.
And there weren't a whole lot more than like 5.
Right.
5 plays was about the max.
Yeah.
Because you were always worried that it could be 2 or 1.
You're saying they didn't have like 12 play drives against Baylor that year?
Only when Matt Nordgren was on the field.
How dare you? He dribbled that ball on like play 4.
Dude,
he did.
Say what you want to. What else do we remember about that Baylor game?
It's still
nothing.
It's still one of the freakiest things I've ever seen a quarterback do. I've never seen one do it since.
My favorite thing about Nordgren was that he had that reality TV show.
Oh God.
The very next year.
Yeah.
With like the frame, I think he had like a framed Eagles jersey behind him.
And
he'd only been at camp for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Oh yeah. It's fantastic. Fantastic. All right. We got buy or sell coming up here.
I bet he's making a bunch of money.
I bet he is too. Yeah. I bet he is.
And I bet he does not have an ugly wife.
That's another good bet. That is another good bet. Yes. Wherever Nordgren is today, there might be a good looking woman somewhere.
Just saying, good looking man.
Close by. He is a good looking man. All right, let's remind you to get stocked up at Specs, and maybe we'll buy or sell. Here we go.
This summer, when the sun scorches and sanity is one sweat beat away from collapse, a hero rises. Specs, your cathedral of cold cans, your oasis of cool.
Would you like to mention that? The lady that thinks you're classy might change her opinion if you say what you're about to say, but go ahead.
Jamie's a guy, right?
Jamie was a guy. Okay, so Jamie, get ready. Your gentlemanly
bubble never said
around.
Gentlemanly, said slightly more likable.
Your slightly more likable version of Catch might be about to change. Go ahead.
What do we think the median age of the group of women that I'm about to mention on the air is?
Median age.
Yeah.
Mid-20s?
Yeah. I'm just saying that if you were looking for something to do as a single guy in Austin and you're in the area, there's like 15 pretty attractive, like 25-ish year old women that just walked in the building and they're ordering booze. They came here to drink. Yeah. They came here to have a great time on a Friday. Right. And I'm going to try to talk to Ends over there.
I think even my man Caden's disappointed in you right now.
No, he's not. He knows I'm right.
Actually, he's smiling. Yeah. He's with you.
He clocked that. Trust me. 5 seconds. He was like, oh.
Caden just held up a sign that says Target Rich Environment. Is that wrong? Is that wrong?
He just kept saying it because he was like, okay, well, that's it. Oh, there's more. And then it was like, oh there's another.
My Lord. Would you like?
Hey, I'm just saying, if you come out here, there's good looking women.
Would you like to buy or sell? Do you have
buy or sell?
I was about to say, can you do some buy or sell off the top of your head?
I'll make this sit up.
That'll really be good. You want to go first? You want to go second?
I'll go first to prove it on the spot. I will make it up.
Let me have it.
Buy or sell number 1. The only way this game gets into the 20s on either side is if a defense or special teams touchdown helps create it.
Yeah, I'll buy that. It feels like that type of situation. Yeah, there's going to need to be a little sloppiness to get into the 20s.
I thought you were going to nitpick me on the specificness.
No, you're fine.
Because I think that was there's no way. There's no way.
You know what? Maybe I'm a little less OCD when we're together. How about that? We need to meet each other somewhere more.
Buy or sell number 2. And I think I asked this yesterday, but I asked it before Brian Jones answered the same question. So I just want to circle back to it.
Okay.
On Monday morning, Clemson and Texas both win. Do you think Cade Klubnik has more Heisman juice on Monday morning coming out of his game than Arch does in his?
I'm going to say bye because of the style of games. I think, Cade's going to take over that top spot slightly because I got like a 30-something, 31-28 kind of game for Clemson, and I got Texas winning 17-13. I don't think Arch is going to be bad, but I do think Cade will take that spot for this next week. Arch will have some statements in September. Trust me, Cade, you won't have the spot long. I think you'll have it for a week, though.
Fire sale number 3, CJ Baxter will be within at least 20 yards of Trey Wisner's final rushing yards total. Oh my God, and more girls walked in.
Math major. Look at you.
Dude, it's a throwdown in here. It's a throwdown.
You're trying to get buyer sales out, and then girls are walking in.
It's an entire sorority.
You got, within 20 yards of the final total. Is that what you said?
Yeah, so if he's at 80,
yes.
Baxter will be at 60.
Okay.
And of course, he could go beyond. I'm just saying.
I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it. And we go Price is Right rules. No Price is Right rules. He can go over. He can be over the number.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, yes. Within 20, either way, I'm taking it. I'll buy it.
Buy or sell number 4, Jeremiah Smith, 75 plus yards receiving tomorrow.
No, I'm going to sell that one. The neighborhood I'm in with him is like a 60, 65. It's not going to be quite to 75. I'm saying it's like a 65-ish in yards. I think he catches 5 or 6 balls.
I'm going to tell you what does not go down at the Deep Eddy.
Here we go.
Sword fights. Ain't seen one yet. It's not one.
What is that? Oh, my God.
Buy or sell number 5. Just saying.
Oh, my God. That was 4.5 wild years doing radio with you, sir.
It reminded me.
I
once went to
now.
Daytona in February for the National Cheerleading Championships.
Uh-huh.
You just realize, I should be doing this every year.
Yeah.
That's the thought. I was like, I'm old now and I can't do it anymore, but I wish I could go back in time.
Yeah.
Tell the younger version of myself.
You're telling me now you're really understanding why I say so many good things about the Deep Eddy Vodka tasting room?
No. I've never doubted
You've never doubted that, but now
it's extra.
Yeah, it's just you're adding on top.
It's oh my God, you put a 5th type of chocolate on that sundae?
Right. Yeah.
Buy or sell number 5. You'll watch the Cowboys Netflix doc, all 8 chapters again before your life is over.
Oh, sell.
You're done. You're good.
Sell.
You're good.
I do not like that pain. I do not like that pain. And you and I off of this show can discuss what happened yesterday. We do not need to waste people's time on that. All right, let's get into my buy or sell catch. Buy or sell number 1. You think Arch will still be the Heisman frontrunner on Tuesday? Great minds think alike.
I'm going to go buy because I think Texas beating Ohio State, no matter what the optics are,
it's enough.
He's going to get a lot of credit for that.
Okay.
And they won't win that game without him making plays that really contribute to that.
He's got to be big. You're right. All right. Buy or sell number 2. You can tell me who plays the Labor Day game.
Florida State and Boston College.
I am glad to say it's not that matchup. That would be Belichick and North Carolina against TCU.
Oh, was you gonna? Thank God there wasn't a gun pointed at my head.
You weren't going to come up with that one. That's the game on Monday. All right, Cats, check this birthday out. Buy or sell number 3. Chris Sims is 45 today. Prime on prime. Sims throws a prettier ball than Arch.
Damn, Chris, you're not supposed to be 45.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be 45. Let's see what Catch does with
the major.
Let's
47.
Probably, yeah. Yep. Let's see what you do with the word prettier here.
Major hitting 50 is gonna hit me to the core.
Yeah, especially because he's still gonna look 15. Because he's got the young kid face.
No, he's like a combo. You ever meet some people and you're like, I can't decide. What can't you decide? And it's like, I can't decide whether he looks 50 or 15.
Oh,
there's not that many people on earth that pull that off. But
do you mean that as a compliment to Major?
It's not a bad thing.
No, it's just a fact.
No, because some people just look like they're fucking 50 when they're 30.
Right. Yeah.
It means he's boyish to some degree, even if he's aging.
Some people dress like they're 15 when they're 50. Yeah. That happens.
I mean, I had to be told not to wear certain shoes here today by the wife.
That I believe.
And that was my final buy or sell.
That I believe. All right. Happy birthday.
Oh, you're on 3 or 4. Sorry.
Yeah, we're still got a couple more to go. Another birthday for you. How about this one? Buy or sell number 4. Michael Jackson would have been 67 years old today. You have a favorite song on Thriller. Buy or sell?
Buy.
What is your favorite? What's your go-to on one of the most famous albums ever made?
I mean, PYT is kind of like my favorite just to go to if I haven't listened to Michael Jackson in a long time, but Billie Jean's the best song on the album.
Okay, I didn't ask best song, your favorite. It's two different things.
That's probably PYT then.
Okay. That's one of the reasons I think you and I get along, because I think that's me too. I think PYT is my favorite song on Thriller if I had to pick one.
Oh, let's hug it. Let's hug.
We can do that later. Just keep your clothes on. Finally, catch buy or sell number 5.
Promises.
You'll take Clemson and Notre Dame in those other 2 top 10 showdowns.
Oh, buy, I think. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that Notre Dame Miami game.
I don't either.
I just don't have any kind of.
What if Carson Beck picks them apart and they win by like 3 touchdowns? What the hell does that mean?
Nothing to me.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't care about either of those programs at this point. So anything that happens in that game is just going to make me go,
yeah,
interesting. Means nothing to me, I think, long term. You know, I guess if Notre Dame wins it, you know, they play so few games that are
right
threatening.
Yeah, that's true. It's extra important there. If they can get by this one, and then if they beat A&M at home,
and then it feels like they got 1 foot in the playoffs.
And they don't play Clemson this year.
Because all they got to do is go 10-2.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
yep.
Whereas if Miami were to win this game, they're kind of schizophrenic Texas until they're not, where it's like, remember when Texas beat Notre Dame in 2016? And it's like, oh, they're top 10 in the country. And it's like, no, they can still lose 6-7 games. Like, that's who they are.
Yeah, right. And remember, Miami's got that Florida game coming up in September.
Don't let Carson Beck get hurt, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe let him get, or I don't know. I don't know what Miami is.
I agree. I totally agree. All right, let's see. No super chats right now. Well, wait, there's one. Is that the one we've already gotten? Oh, no, this is the one we got to get to. Yes, this is from Brian, $4.99. Thank you. Buy or sell. Injuries in Livingstone need to have an impact for Texas to win. I would sell that.
I'm going to buy. I mean, you can't be playing 9-on-11 in this game. So they're going to need help from everybody that's on the field.
Impact both of them?
Well, injuries, I think, needs to have 5 for 60 would go a long way for this happening. Livingstone, I think, only needs to catch a couple of passes in this game. But if it's 2 for 30 and both of those passes convert third downs, I would say that's having an impact.
I think I'll nitpick it, Brian. I'll say they need to definitely have an imprint on this game. I don't know about impact.
Was 2 for 30 and converting 2 third downs, is that not an impact? I didn't say big impact.
2 for 32. Oh, and you know what? Let me be extra OCD. That is a lowercase I.
Yeah.
All right, let's buy it. Brian, I'm buying. I got talked into it.
If it's 3rd and 15,
I talked into it,
and you catch an 8-yard pass, that's not going to have an impact.
That's true.
You know, I didn't say he's going to have 70-yard touchdown. That would be a big impact.
Lowercase impact.
It was lowercase.
Lowercase impact. Fair enough. All right. I don't see any.
Even that is wildly subjective.
I don't see. That's true. Yeah. That's the great thing about a word like impact, because I needed Brian to define what he meant by impact in that situation. Bates was defining earlier what he meant with Wingo and Simmons.
You're talking to the man who once said Shaka Smart was damn good.
Oh, I know.
And now I can't even go places. I before we're out of here, one of those sorority girls is going to come over here and go, Shaka Smart wasn't damn good. What are you talking about? You don't believe that? Was that your shtick?
I've been torn up for using the word solid. I mean it as a compliment sometimes, and everybody thinks it's an insult when I say it. Man, he's a solid player. How dare you say he's solid? They hate that word sometimes. I don't know what it is. All right. There is a good group out here at the Deep Eddy Vodka Tasting Room. If you scan, we got Longhorn fans here ready to talk to Catch. I'm assuming about Longhorn football. I don't think they're waiting to talk to me. We'll see. They might be.
I told them, I posted on Twitter yesterday that you were going to be signing autographs.
Hell yeah. I got a pen. I got another one in my pocket. I got extra pens. Whatever you need. All right. Before we think about wrapping, also, there is a Scottish guy if people are interested.
I mean, it sounds like it's time to play the Scottish guy.
We might need to do that. Well, in fact, let's do that right after I tell you about AV Consultations. Get that screen you've always wanted. Get a bigger screen, get a better screen. Does your brother have too big a TV screen? My buddy's going through that right now. He visited his brother in DC, and what does his brother have? An 85-inch screen. My buddy came back cussing his brother out. Like, I can't believe it. He has this awesome setup. I'm going to do the same thing. This is the place that can do it for you. AV Consultations, 255-8678, or go to avconsultations.com. Get it set up. All right. And tell them you heard about it on Orange Bloods Live. All right. We get a little Scottish guy here and then wrap up.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
All right. Here. I got you. Here are your headphones if you want to hear. You're going to have to do it that way. It won't go to the house. They wouldn't let us put Scottish guy to the house. Here you go. Scottish guy before Ohio State, kids.
Mental words still screaming, driving me insane. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. Hey, Buckeye fans and Georgia fans, is there a pounding in your head? Do you feel like you're taking crazy pills? That's because the wild, wonderful, crazy train that is Arch Manning at Texas is about to depart and run you the over. Kirby, I know you've got to be pissed. I mean, you beat the Horns twice last year. You stopped Arch when he played. You even won when your QB got hurt, and you had to play Gunnar Stockton on purpose. It must make you sick, they're number one. But they are. Try playing Stockton again in November, by the way. You'll really be sick. It probably keeps you up at night. It's enough to get your players to hit the brakes while driving. Well, maybe not that bad. Let's not get silly. And for you, Ryan Day, it must be twice as hard. You beat Texas in the semis and went on to win the Natty, and they're still number one. And you're behind Penn State. The voters trust James Franklin and Drew Aller in his 9th year more than they trust you to repeat. That's got to take the rosy out of one's cheeks pretty fast. Here's the truth for Buckeyes, Bulldogs, the Tide, the Aggies, the Sooners, all breeds of Tigers, the Ducks, and anyone else needing some love in 2025. Texas is a bigger deal than you any day. No, they've got Arch and you don't. You've got a QB, but he ain't him, and I don't care who he is. Arch is the Halley's Comet of college football. He's that guy's grandkid. His less famous uncle beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl. His more famous uncle won it with 2 teams and only had 1 arm the second time. And his dad's funnier than both and gave Arch his speed. Oh, and Arch is actually a badass. He's not just relevant because you know his relatives, paging Emmett, Berry, Moss, and T.O. He's a once-in-a-generation talent with any last name. He's the straw that stirs the drink, the reason for the season, the tip of the spear, and the rug that ties the whole damn room together. Spoiler alert, he's going to win it all, win the Heisman, stiff-arm the NFL, win it again, then go first overall and start collecting Super Bowls. Mr. Mahomes, you have been warned. Get a couple more while you can. Oh, I'm sorry, Coach Day. Almost didn't see you there. Look, your team is good, but not good enough. Just saying. Your defense is good, but this D will destroy your offense. Just saying. And your QB will be good someday. It's just not this Saturday. Because right now, he's just saying. All right. Hard truth time. Day family, call the security team back to the house, because this will get ugly and your dumbass fan base can't deal with reality. UT62, enjoy the banner, nutheads. The next one belongs to Sark. 3. This is SGARCH.
All right. There you go. Little Scottish guy for the kids. And look at this. Look what we found out while Scottish guy was happening. Cody Carpentier, apparently a Scottish guy fan. How about that? Somebody else says Scottish guy should replace Lee Corso. All right. We need to get ESPN on that. Let's get them on that case.
Someone make that call.
Make that call. That would be excellent. All right. Speaking of excellent, thank you to our guy right here. I don't even know his name. The guy right here that brought us the drink. This is
Yes.
the ranch water. We're going to be sipping on those. We're going to be talking some football. We're hanging out till about 3 or so. As the conversation keeps going, we may just hang out a little longer. They got great barbecue out here. The Crimson Creek Smokehouse barbecue is right outside. They'll bring it in for you. You go get it up front. As Ketch told you, there's all kinds of great looking people here today. They're beautiful.
I mean, you're here.
Beautiful folks. I'm here, and we just did a show from the Deep Eddy Vodka Tasting Room. Thank you for making that dream come true for me. I've been thinking about it since I walked in here the first time. Thanks to the Deep Eddy Vodka crew, Michelle and Stacy. Come have a tasting with her. She's unbelievable doing the tastings. And then my
You know
man,
what they say.
my man Stasio helping set this all up. It's fantastic. Yes.
I'm more likable when I make dreams come true.
You know what? You do. Yes. That's all a part of your likability. You made this dream come true for me, which shows that you're more likable. You care about what older women think.
Jazz hands.
And
Moms
you do,
specifically, like
mom
grandmas, I guess.
specifically, and you keep your clothes on 85% of the time. Roughly.
Context is important there, I suppose.
Yeah, it's true. I didn't tell the actual stories. Thank you all for liking, subscribing, getting your notifications. 116,000 subscribers when we started the show today, Catch.
Take that to all of the channels out there that are little bitches with less than 115.
Oh my God. That's just
And this is what makes me likable.
that's like the likability part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody thought that was funny.
Somebody's grandma.
I like it when Catch calls people little bitches. That's my favorite part.
Well, we were little bitches until yesterday.
He's so handsome when he says little bitches. I love it.
I just turned into Bill Little. I don't know why.
I don't know what that was.
My grandmother turned into like a
Did
weird
you
Bill
think you
Little.
turned into Bill. I did not catch the Bill Little
No?
there. Can you
Okay.
do it again so I can now listen for it?
Yeah. In the early days of Tommy Novus. Is our Longhorn legend today. I'm a little, shout
Okay,
out.
I'm good.
Shout out.
Tomorrow, 11 a.m. Let's
Yes.
do this.
Tomorrow, 11 a.m. We'll see you guys out at TCH. I'll throw that up here as we finish it out one more
Hope the
time.
little family
to
doesn't
remind
catch
you.
that by accident.
Yeah, tomorrow at 11 for the watch party at TCH.
Who knew
So-
Bad Bill Little would be worse than Bad Bill Cosby?
Social Austin. We'll leave this up at the end too. Come on out and check out the Deep Eddy Vodka Tasting Room. Thank y'all for having us out today. Y'all take care. Enjoy the game. We're back on Monday at 12 live on Orange Bloods Live.
Jello pudding pop. See ya.